Burnt Peanut Burnell. Now that's interesting. Should I rebrand myself as Burnt Peanut Burnell and just become a virtual avatar? I actually saw a post on X this morning. Keep in mind, I have never watched Burnt Peanut 1 second. I guess this guy is like, everyone's like, either they love him or they hate him. Like, how did Burnt Peanut go from being like a nobody to like virally popular overnight? And someone's like, the answer is very simple: slurs and view body. And I'm like, people went back to the early era of content creation, like what I used to do, constantly talking about racial stuff.
Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, we have one final subject of the night. Turkey Tom made a video on DarkSydePhil, somebody that everybody is begging me to talk about more. Constantly, whoa, will you cover DarkSydePhil? Nick, will you cover DarkSydePhil? Please cover DarkSydePhil. Cover other lolcow related content. So now I finally have a drama tour guide to walk me through the hustle of learning about the classic Mr. Phil. I don't know any of this lore for the most part. If I did know any of it, I've probably forgotten it at this point. So this is all new to me. So we can go on this journey together.
YouTubers and streamers have failed and had their careers cut short. But
who is that? Daddy05, I forgot her name. Ukulele person. Is that Brooke Houts in EDP?
one man refused his fate.
Of course, the most famous person there, I forgot.
He's been relentlessly targeted by trolls, or detractors, as he would put it.
You're a loser.
Some of whom were...
The word detractor has been either co-opted or completely destroyed by DSP. Like, you can't say that without sounding like a total fucking freak.
Outright demented and obsessive. He accidentally streamed himself throttling his...
Dude, he got his throbbing man, bro, on stream.
Turkey.
Oh, the camera's on.
He's been copyright strikes, demonetized, had accounts of his terminated, he went bankrupt, and yet he's still standing.
Enjoy your life.
He is kind of like the cockroach of the internet. I get why people say that. Like, DarkSydePhil always loses, but never actually, like, never loses. You know what I mean? Like, he's never winning, but he's never completely lost, I guess is probably the right way to put it.
Live stream fails. I'll sit here making content, making money, and having a great time with my audience, and you can get bent.
Who's often been compared to a cockroach due to his impeccable survival skills in the realm of online content creation.
It's like all these guys who are more profitable and funnier than him, you just watch them drop like flies while this dude is just continuing to persist.
No matter how objectively wrong he is, no matter how destitute his life becomes, no matter how much...
Dude, I'm getting fucking destroyed today.
He has to kneel and beg for money on his streams.
Let's get some super chats. Let's get some tips. What is going on?
He will stand his ground, and through his screeching, nasally tone, mouth off to anyone who dares to criticize him. You may think you've seen egotism and delusion before, but you have seen nothing if you haven't witnessed the one-man army, Phil, wage his crusade against his detractors, which include trolls, the IRS, his gambling addiction, and ultimately...
Yeah, I heard I mean, we've talked about this briefly, but he spent shitloads of money on like a WWE mobile game, like more than I think Tectone has spent on Genshin Impact.
Ultimately, reality itself.
Okay, I'm gonna start my new attack.
I think when this guy was really popular to hate, I was more of a Wings of Redemption enjoyer. I remember me and Wavy would be like sending Wings clips to each other.
Took this and put it on Reddit for me, okay? Hello, Reddit readers. Hi, everyone who sits on Reddit all day reading it. I received $1 tip so far today. Wow, this has been a great podcast.
Yeah, that's his other thing, is just telling everybody how little money he's making on stream and trying to guilt them into giving him more.
Don't ever ask anything of me ever again.
Hey!
Now stay in that miserable slumber in...
Dude, people always kind of ignore him because he's like psychotic. Like, low tier god can be funny, but like he's actually an insane person.
PC, you are literally a bum to me. Now share this on your poverty, weirdo.
Cracks, you're gonna keep coming back.
Lust did badmouth a guy for dying today. Well, I don't know what the context of that is, but had he considered not dying? I don't know. Maybe if he didn't want to get shit on, he should have lived. You know? I don't know. What did he do?
Why? Because you keep...
I'm just reading a random comment. I have no idea what happened.
In the syrup.
That could age horrifically. I don't know.
Just get banned now and speak up so I can ban you now so I don't have to listen to it
I mean, it's kind of El Riz, you know?
ever again. Unless we get 50 subs by the end of tonight, not what we...
Dude, I mean, you're sitting here talking about a guy who just died, but DarkSydePhil is still alive, so what has he really accomplished?
49. You're never getting text messages in your moral support ever again. It's the worst support I've ever gotten ever in my history of streaming for games. I've never gone $5 a whole stream.
A lot has happened since my first video on DarkSydePhil. I titled the video A Decade of Failure, and unfortunately, it looks like 10 years is turning into 20.
Dude, that's crazy.
We'll begin today's video in 2023 AD, which came to a close for Phil in a very dark manner. DSP was the victim.
I'm kind of glad that we're not going back to listen to how DSP was like into Street Fighter or something. We're kind of in, it's like a retrospective of modern times because he's been here so long.
Of the vile crime of robbery. His words, not mine. But our courageous hero downplays the severity of this vicious attack, saying it wasn't a big deal and that he's fine. When he went on stream to reveal the full extent of this robbery, he explains that what actually happened is he left his shopping cart unattended for 2 minutes.
Wait, what?
As he waddled through the entire supermarket to get cranberry sauce. And when he finally got back, the cart was gone, along with his reusable shopping bags.
Why would
No, dude. Oh my god, bro. Those are hella money.
you look for a cart of someone else's shopped groceries and take that cart?
He then recalls
Dude, that sounds fucking hilarious, bro.
having waddled for
Dude, he's literally fucked. That's dude. They've ruined him. He's done now.
several minutes more.
He has to do that. You know how much time you lose? You have to go restart your entire grocery shopping because some asshole took your cart of already taken groceries.
In search of his
That is like an hour of an inconvenience.
forsaken cart, cranberry sauce in hand, as the realization set in that some heinous criminal had made away with his loot. The fact
Does DSP have a wife and kids, or is he just like a single man? Is he a single lady?
that rapscallions would engage in such foul thievery at the local Walmart in this day and age sickens me, and is
Fuck, dude, I suck at this today.
also a massive shocker.
He has a wife? Oh shit, that's cool. Good for him.
Walmart is crazy today. She's hungry.
In all seriousness,
People are saying he has a wife and a cat. Or is the wife cat?
DarkSydePhil
The wife is Cat 10 Barge?
story has continued down the beaten path. As dedicated detractors continued their work in tracking DSP's year-over-year downfall, his losses weren't just measured in finances, but also in aura, as he accidentally exposed himself
Alright, but how much aura did this guy have before? How bad could it get?
on stream as being a victim of the dreadful Norwood Reaper.
Oh.
Frankly,
I mean, yeah.
I have empathy for Phil here. My recommendation, the Tower of Babylon hairdo. Nobody will suspect a thing. Let's not forget, however, that no weapon formed against DarkSydePhil shall prosper, as despite suffering from a shortage of money and hair follicles, to this day, he remains the immovable object he's proved himself to be.
How old is Phil, though? Is he like 50? Or is he just like early 40s? I feel like that's like a decent amount of time to still like have a full head of hair, right? Because if you're gonna, usually you go and you lose it in like your 20s, and if you keep it in your 20s, then you're probably gonna have it for most of your life.
In every
He's 62. Okay, he's not 62. If you told me he's in his 50s, like he's not a day over 52, I would believe you. If you told me he's 38, I'd be a little concerned.
way. For example, in December, he weighed in on the gaming news of the time regarding the Game of the Year awards, which he confidently stated would go to a mainstream AAA game like Starfield and definitely would never go to a computer RPG like Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3
So yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 won. I've never even played that shit before, but I got like the special edition for the Xbox, and I don't even play the Xbox anymore.
is popular right now. But once Starfield hits, you're likely not going to hear anything about Baldur's Gate.
Well, to be clear, that's probably true, because when Starfield came out, it kind of sucked up the room by how bad it was. Like, people still just talk about how horrible Starfield is.
Ever again, Baldur's Gate 3 could literally be the best game of the decade, and it's still not.
I actually think there's more discussion on Starfield because it was bad than there is because Baldur's Gate was good.
Not going to get as much attention as a game like Starfield. You have to understand this.
To the surprise of millions, DSP was actually wrong, and Baldur's Gate won Game of the Year. Phil handled the situation with all the poise you can expect him to have.
I'm addressing directly people who are ridiculous or unfair. That's who I address with this.
I love gaming and media drama because this is like his personal 9/11. Like, they rarely have like the pedo dramas and shit over there. It's like, oh, you fucked up your prediction on Game of the Year. You're actually ruined now. Your career's over. You're done.
Nonsense. Were you foaming at the mouth today to come to my stream to say, I can't wait to call out Phil on being wrong because Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year? If you were, you are.
As far as
Like, this is actually the worst day of his life.
I'm concerned, Baldur's Gate winning just proves that the gaming industry is conspiring against Phil. Whoever picked Baldur's Gate to win the award just to spite him is probably the same person responsible for tweaking every single game that comes out just to make sure Phil...
Oh, dude, the thing got there? Rip. Dude, Law and Crime Network, principal caught with child sexual abuse material, dude.
Sucks at them and rages.
I wasn't touching a single button.
Dude, why did you write it? Your recommendations are showing.
In the game. What a piece of shit.
This is one of the things people latched on to DSP for in the first place. His constant rages at games and his inability to accept that he is simply bad at them. He'll blame the game mechanics, his controller.
On
Hey, thank you.
Keffels,
He'll be
appreciate the
44
shout-out.
next Monday. Wow, okay. Happy birthday, DSP. Maybe I'll put this out that day as a celebratory video.
His internet, the mailman, literally anything other than himself.
You idiots at Nintendo. It's just endless hits with items you keep giving people behind me. There's no driving involved. You're so dumb.
His lack of skill is only matched by his lack of impulse control, as he has emotional meltdowns every time he loses, and he loses a lot.
I'm not doing it wrong. The game just doesn't want.
Yeah, this is the problem with DSP. I think Let's Plays are fun when people are getting things wrong and it's not like a perfect playthrough. Like, that would make it enjoyable. Even, like, raging to an extent could be interesting content and not inherently lolcow material. The problem is that DSP is, like, he's just such a conceited fuck that every clip I see, it's like the game is broken, the game is wrong, I am awesome at this. And I understand that just drives people through a fucking wall. Like, the lack of self-awareness or, like, I don't know, the conceited thing of like everything must be, the world is working against me. It can't possibly be like my fault. Drives people through a wall.
Want to give me footing there.
Some of his crash outs, however, are more questionable than others. For example, this one.
No skill or effort in anything you've done. Zero skill or effort. Just stand there and throw Sonic Boom. The game doesn't work right online. You can't react to it, you numbskull idiot. So if you want to do that, then why even play a fight?
That's another one, like getting trolled by the chat into fucking fighting with them. That's like a classic lolcow maneuver. The thing is, I don't like when people are like, oh, you can't rage at a video game where you're having a DSP style meltdown. Because that's like the most entertaining. Do you want to watch people who are only good at video games? Sure, maybe if you're watching like Fortnite gameplay, you want to see like a really skilled player. But if I'm watching like a let's play of a video game that I've either never played or one that I have played before that I enjoy, it is kind of funny to watch somebody fail at it. And not in like a, oh, you're a lolcow. Your sponsors should get, I don't know.
Fighting game. You could play a shoot 'em up. You don't have to play a fighting game to do it. Go play R-Type.
Buffoon, you mouth drooler.
The person beating him here and being called a mouth drooler who puts no effort into gaming is Spliced Helix, a father and gaming streamer who was diagnosed with MS in 2011. His condition clearly doesn't stop him from destroying DSP and Street Fighter though.
All he has to do, there's no effort here.
No skill or effort in anything he's done.
Obviously, Phil probably had no idea he was calling a guy with MS a numbskull idiot.
Dude, that is unfortunate.
But it is pretty funny and ironic to know that he got smoked by him.
Numbskull idiot.
As far as I'm concerned, it was either a level playing field or Phil was actually at a disadvantage here. No able-bodied person consistently has Phil's output when it comes to the quality of his playthroughs, or play troughs, as he put it in
Dude, the play trough.
his channel's promo.
Numbskull idiot.
It would be one thing if this was an isolated incident, but it turns out that Phil does a lot of friendly fire during his Street Fighter streams.
What does this mean? This is like something that's someone who's mentally slow.
Now, he was popular. I think I saw maybe even the first Tom video, I guess. That I'm just remembering it now. He was good at Street Fighter for like one tournament, right? Or was he good for a long period of time? I thought his like reign was kind of like people were saying it was like a fluke, but maybe that's because they hate him.
Would do. Oh, look, I beat you, so now I'm going to scroll my menu. Why are you doing that? You look like a moron. You look like you have like a mental incapacitation. Why are you doing that? You're not taunting me. You just look like really incredibly stupid. Like, dude, I won a match, now I do this, dude. Like, why would you do that? It's the same as, oh, I won, let me play with my fidget spinner now.
There is an argument to be made, however, that Phil is actually good at Street Fighter, but he just keeps getting distracted by the scantily clad characters. If you're a
Dude, the characters. Dude, this is the reality Smash JT wants. He needs the characters to become hotter so he can finally beat DarkSydePhil and a cow off.
Street Fighter gamer, then you may think I'm referring.
Dude, you know what, another thing? Every time I talk about lol cows, I think of more ideas that Keemstar is fumbling. Why is there not a lol cow Street Fighter tournament? Like a lol cow esports event? Why is it, dude, I understand the like fat camp and stuff, but why not do like a smaller event that's a full online like peer-to-peer esports event with like actually intentionally bad conditions, like a horrible lag spike. You bring in some guy from fucking India to verse all of them.
Tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
So you get like some of these guys are genuinely good, but you make them lag like crazy.
He was good at a version that none of the pros took serious, and a bunch didn't even show up to play.
Oh my god, that's funny. But yeah, I mean, wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be like a cool thing? I don't know, man.
To Cammy or Chun-Li here, as they've been the focus of a lot of gooners for the entirety of their existence. But it's much more likely we're talking about the Russian wrestler Zangief, for multiple reasons. DSP has proved himself in—
Like, dude, imagine like a 5-game gauntlet where you gotta play CSGO, Marvel Rivals, League of Legends, Call of Duty, Fortnite, like, and Street Fighter or whatever, back to back to back to back to back to back.
Capable of resisting the temptation to ogle at muscular men.
Or
What?
World Tour, I think. Oh,
Wait, whoa, Tectone?
hey now. Look at this stud.
Holy shit, dude.
You know, I looked like that once in my life, in my dreams. All right, I guess we got to make our avatar.
Were you looking like that, or were you looking at that in your dreams?
All right, this is going to be very exciting.
If you want that, that's fine. Enjoy it in your own time, your own space, in your own playthroughs. Or go to someone else's horn dog streams where they're doing that kind of stuff. You're not going to find that content here.
Oh,
Time
my
and
God.
time again, he's made it clear what he truly enjoys in life.
back then, McDonald's nuggets were actually like succulent.
You would bite into it and it would be like a juicy
Burst of meat in your mouth.
and it was
A
salty.
burst of meat in your mouth is an insane way to describe chicken nuggets. Dude, why is this edited like a fucking job? Dude, this is edited like a CIA meme. This is crazy.
You would bite into it and it would be like a juicy
Burst of meat in
Dude, wait, what the fuck?
Actually,
Dude, it actually is a CIA meme in Tom's video.
Succulent.
It would be a, dude, a burst of meat in your mouth.
You would bite into it and it would be like a juicy
burst of meat in your mouth.
and it was salty, but it tasted really good.
Dude, a salty meat burst in your mouth, dude. That's, dude, wow, holy shit.
Aside these instances of DSP showing side effects of being on heart medication, the fact of the matter is, images of huge sweaty wrestlers are historically something DSP will spend—
Dude, was Tom editing this during the Pokemon Fire Red stream, or does he play this a lot?
DeOrio, commentator of the year, the best commentator
Thank
of the year.
you.
thousands of dollars
El Rojo, I appreciate you.
on. I mean, literally. One of the main reasons DSP has gotten so much flack for e-begging on his streams and constantly guilt-tripping his audience about his bills or whatever else he needs money for is that he has been repeatedly exposed over the years for spending thousands upon thousands of dollars on a mobile game called WWE
Bro, I can't even talk. I have so many Fortnite skins. I mean, like, it's insane. I've kind of stopped recently because I play it less.
Champions. His original account on this game
And honestly, the amount that I spent per month was less than the amount that I was getting paid through my Fortnite code while I had it, but I definitely spent a lot before that.
game had the same handle as his YouTube. They call me DSP. But he eventually changed it to Down from the Rafters to try and throw people—
In the last 2 years, though, like when buying skins, it's the same as like Elon Musk, like with Twitter. It's like, yeah, I pay for premium, but they pay me more than I spend on premium. It's like, yeah, I buy a bunch of Fortnite skins, but I don't recommend you buy a bunch of Fortnite skins because I literally get paid more than I spend. So, I mean, realistically, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, you wouldn't expect that because we don't really do gaming stuff, but the Fortnite code, I mean, at points was just dropping like— this is why I recommend that everybody use a Fortnite code. It was just like a $600 for pass and go at points.
people off his trail. Detractors simply
the highest I think we had was like $950 in a month.
continued to track the account's activity and match it to DSP's on-stream activity.
He wrote off $50,000 of WWE Champions.
And obviously,
it's like, well, yeah, well, I don't think that people should buy a million Fortnite skins. It's like a funny meme. You have to assume that like the reason why I have them, and I didn't need to spend my money on that, but you have to assume the reason why I have them is because like I get like I get money off of them, and then I play Fortnite on stream, and that just kind of puts back into it.
obviously, whenever he was busy on stream, the account wasn't active, and whenever he was gone, suddenly things started moving.
Ladies and how did you even get a code? Oh god, dude, this is what I keep telling people. Do you know what I think it's still this, so I don't even think this is different. Maybe this information might be outdated, but I assume it's not. What do you guys think the follower count you need to get a Fortnite creator code is? And I'll tell you, it's much harder to get a COD one. You need 1,000 followers on any social media site, or at the time that I got it, you did. And I think they haven't changed it. You can have it at 1,000 followers on anything, on Twitter, on TikTok. I don't know about TikTok. On Twitter, YouTube, anything. Yeah.
Gentlemen, we got him.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
Oh my god, I need that money, man. This is a famous quote from the what is it? The Sean Ranklin Snort Hogan video? No, not Snort Hogan. What was the Liquid Richard and something else?
Electric bill, the internet bill. Thanks for the money, dummies, because that's exactly what you are, a bunch of empty-headed idiots who paid me money to get absolutely nothing out of it. Thanks.
In one of these instances, a Twitter user named TJ Gamebox noticed something interesting. During one of DSP's bathroom breaks during stream, he instantly fired up WWE Champions and started burning through his bank account, spending
Bro, wait, what?
$2,000.
Dude, he was taking a bathroom break and he dropped $2,000 on a mobile app. Guys, we need 7,000 Pokeballs in Pokemon Go, boys. It's the only way.
In one single bathroom break before he stopped. The sheer depth of
how do they track this? Is there like a spending calculator?
This man's addiction is hard to explain. And this was not an exceptional circumstance either. Multiple times throughout 2024, DSP's account was documented as having spent up to over $2,000 in one single session. His behavior in
Bro, was that one shot just 200 million? What the fuck was that?
The community is so infamous that talking about DSP is strictly forbidden in the WWE Champions subreddit.
Wait, what? Dude, this guy got the perma ban. That's crazy.
We do not speak his name.
Imagine if you were such an insane gambler that the MGM Grand in Vegas banned its customers from even mentioning you. Now, despite how bad gambling is for gambling addicts, I'm not trying to moralize about gamblers here. I probably would be deathly addicted to gambling if I tried it, so I don't want to judge.
Dude, you know what's funny? People said that I was going to keep gambling. I have not played DraftKings since I got my money back. I literally have not touched the app. I was like, I am making my Super Bowl money back, and I will not take no for an answer. I got it, and I just moved it all in my bank account and never played again.
Too hard.
No, I lost it all.
However,
oh my god, dude.
Most gamblers either spend their own money or they are gambling streamers, and their viewers know that every penny and dime they donate is going straight to the house.
Like that Boss Man Jack guy from the intro.
DSP, on the other hand, conceals his addiction by misplacing his dopamine starvation onto his streams. One of life's hardest tasks is trying to psychoanalyze whatever is going on in Phil's mind. It appears to be mostly vacant, albeit with some thought-resembling observations peppered throughout. I will say, I think one of the things a lot of people miss about Phil's aggressive e-begging episodes, such as this one,
this game is the worst support I've ever gotten in my history of streaming for games. I've never gone $5 a whole stream. So,
oh my god, that is actually legitimately tragic. Imagine streaming for hours and making $5 fucking. But you know how you try to avoid that from happening? Well, whatever the fuck you're doing now is not it, bro. That's not a good way to go about it. I'm sorry, that's crazy. That's something that you kind of just bite your fucking tongue on and then complain about privately. Like, there's just no way.
Is that his emotional charge in the donations comes from his attachment to WWE Champions. I'm sure that his debt and his nostalgia for the times when his online content actually made any money has something to do with it, but nowadays, I suspect that's a much smaller factor than his need for juicers. I doubt he's ever going to get to the point where he's debt-free and won't constantly be looking over to the tip amount as he streams, because a gambler is never never satisfied. Credit where credit is due though. He does a really good job of misdirecting and making everything about him being an e-beggar or a man-child. But beyond that, in his deeper psychology, I think he's just yearning for that mythical Hulk Hogan pull.
Oh my gosh! This isn't happening!
Everything else is a sideshow, a hobby. I don't even think he can
I don't understand though. What is the point? Dude, maybe I'm fucking crazy here. What is the point of a digital card game? Like, why do people put money into, like, TCG Pocket for Pokemon or something? Like, I get Master Duel because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game that people actually play, and Pokemon is a card game that people collect. But why would you want digital Pokemon cards? Why would you want digital WWE trading cards? What is the point of that? You can just trade digital cards with other people? Like, what? Why?
Find joy in other stuff as much as he just tolerates it. For example, he used to be into fighting games, but he's clearly worn out and tired of them altogether. He doesn't seem concerned with even trying to be good, or at the very least, not being a terribly sore loser.
This is such trash gameplay, see? You want to teabag me, huh? You're a trash player.
Like, unironically, you know, something that we shit on a lot on this channel that I've definitely got a couple of recently are Funko Pops. I like the autograph ones. I don't buy like regular pops, but there were people like, I think Jalen, who bought, but they spent like YouTube paychecks buying Funko Pops. And I think that's like a total waste of money, especially if you don't have a lot coming in. But like, at least you own it, right? At least this is an item that is in your home. Am I having like an NFT debate right now? Like, what is the point of a digital trading card? Why wouldn't you get something that you could hold?
You're a trash player playing pattern cami online with lag, dropping half my moves, and you're gonna...
What's the point of a Fortnite skin? Well, I can put it on. I can wear it. I can use it. I can customize my character. It's the same as like what I would call it. Like back in Halo 3, my favorite part of playing that game was unlocking all the armor. And then somebody decided, hey, you know this really cool feature that we really like from Halo 3? What if we made them $10 each? So that's fun. That's a cool thing they did. That was awesome.
Teabag me? No, you're gonna get blocked and I'm never playing you again. What a loser.
The funniest part is, he's gone out of his way to denounce what he just did on stream, which is quitting the match when you see that you're about to lose.
Because if you're pulling the plug on a fighting game online, that means absolutely nothing, and you somehow value your online rank. I mean, and there is no way that...
Dude, remember when people used to dashboard in Call of Duty to protect their win-loss ratio? Nah, not me, man. I used to rage quit like a champ, bro. Oh, got killed immediately off some bullshit, dude? That's fine. Drop this thing even lower. Who gives a fuck, brother? The only thing that matters is the kill-death ratio.
Anyone can dispute it. The moment that you do
Why,
it...
yes. Why, yes, I only played Domination. How did you know?
That plug, and if you're doing it publicly, that's even worse.
He doesn't care that he's a hypocrite, just like he doesn't care about ingratiating himself with the fighting game community or any community, even his own. One of the running gags and consistent elements of Phil's stream is that he'll often reward a big juicer, I mean a donation, by wearing some silly article of clothing. The thing about this is, even this pathetic excuse of a reward for donos is something he's unwilling to do, even when he does get huge tips and blows way past his goals.
So I got a $100 tip. Amazing. The thing is, I would actually like to start playing, so please let me play for a bit.
I don't even like calling them tips. I like donations better, because a tip is like you're providing a service.
What's
you're
the
playing
name
a
of
fucking
the
video
guy,
game.
Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
Do you feel like I'm providing you a
The game
service?
he plays is like Candy Crush with CG fights with wrestlers.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
We can worry about hats and
Thank you, Whitey Beast.
stuff later. I really want to play Street Fighter tonight, and if I keep getting distracted, we're never gonna start. Let's play for a bit. It looks like
I don't view this as a service. I view this as like a Discord call that I could have with somebody, or I could stream it to a bunch of people and talk about it here. I don't know. I think people have like an inflated like sense of self-importance.
Received another $25 tip. As I've said, I'm playing Street Fighter. I'm just trying to get warmed up. I'm trying to get back into the character. The first thing I should do is not slap on a bunch of clothes that are gonna make me sweat when I'm already at a very high you know, adrenaline level. I can tell you right now, I already feel sweaty, and I'm just sitting here with absolutely nothing on whatsoever.
Wait, rewind that.
What did he say?
I'm just sitting here.
Dude, he's like, yo, what are you wearing? I'm wearing absolutely nothing on my stream right now.
Absolutely nothing
Dude, this guy's got fucking dick and balls under the camera.
on whatsoever.
Last time he had nothing on stream, it didn't go too well.
Oh, the camera's on.
He was in San Diego.
The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know.
Wow, that was not convincing.
Let's hope he's not gonna air out the old almonds again anytime soon. After complaining and dragging his feet like a kid for an hour, he eventually put on the hat, and 15 minutes later, the vest. But not without complaining some more.
All right, I'll get the vest on for you guys, and now for the next 45 minutes, I'm just gonna be sweating profusely like an idiot because I'm wearing dunk trying to play a fighting game. Whatever. I wish people would just be understanding and understand when I'm playing.
Dude, this is the thing, right? I mean, listen, I'm sure I could make a bunch of money if I had a bunch of stream gimmicks and stuff, or if I open a Patreon and I say I'm gonna go do a bunch of bullshit, but I know me, and I'd probably do exactly the same thing. I'd be like, I don't want to wear a fucking hat today. And then somebody will donate a bunch of money and I'll be like, I don't want a fucking hat today. I'm not going to fucking do this. I'm not going to, oh, I don't have time to do a fucking member stream today. So you know what I do? I just don't offer it because I know that I would not be able to do those things. But some of these guys, they can't help themselves. They know they're not going to do this shit. They know they're not the type of person who could follow up with stuff like this, even when they're paid to do it. And they do it anyway, and they fucking scam their audience.
The fighting game, I'm already heated, but no, everyone wants the stupid hat and vest. It's like, whatever. I'll do it. Fine.
Like, nobody comes to me and expects me to do all this shit because I established right off the bat that what you see is what you get. This is the show, you know?
Doesn't he have air conditioning? Where does this guy live? The Sahara Desert? How could a vest and a hat make it so hot that you can't even sit down to play a video game? He's up—
Dude, life's hard out there, brother.
over $200 and whining about how it'll make him worse at Street Fighter, as if he didn't suck already. Despite his terrible attitude, not only toward his viewers not sending him money, but also towards the ones who actually do send him money, he consistently struggles to figure out why he occasionally fails to make money on stream.
On the YouTube side of things, we've got nothing. We've got no contributions whatsoever. No memberships, no super chats, nothing. So let's get the tips.
Although Phil is not an evil person per se, it's moments like these that truly make you understand why he's so hated. From the shameless begging to pouting at the camera.
There's also, like, again, I don't mean to do the whole ages thing, but it's the old thing too. You know, if this was like a kid, they'd be like, oh, he's just ignorant. This is like an unemployable grown-ass man who doesn't have any retirement, who's currently in debt in his 40s, playing fucking WWE Champions and playing Street Fighter on stream. Like, this guy's life is fucking horrible. Like, as much as this, like, as much as this dude survives and he's always here, bro, I don't know, man. This just doesn't seem like a... It doesn't seem like a favorable position to be in. It's really easy just to look at this pathetic person and just shit on them for it.
Like he's owed something. It's actually hard to believe that this is a middle-aged man and not a 13-year-old mad at his grandma for not paying for his V-Bucks.
It's like a giant baby, yeah.
One of the most impressive characteristics of DSP is that for all his faults, he truly does not discriminate between people. Whether you're one of his supporters or a detractor, he will treat you like a total idiot regardless.
You need to make your viewers want to show up.
That's the dumbest statement I've ever heard.
At least he doesn't play favorites. Obviously, I'm being a little bit facetious here. He does discriminate. Not among his viewers, but for whatever reason, against women.
I don't want to come across like a woke.
What?
But like, dude, women have it hard, and I empathize.
Oh my god, I forgot it. That's a fucking vintage poll. This is why I like Tom's videos. I'm glad he's writing again, because holy shit, that is a vintage poll.
Now, you probably know me well enough to know that I'm not one to clutch pearls over this kind of thing.
I did it because I like it, and I love it.
But one thing that Phil has in common with Elliot Rodger that I don't is that Phil wrote his very own incel manifesto. Back during his days of glory, when Phil still had human DNA and was a part of the fighting game community, he was relatively active on a gaming forum with an account called Punisher, where he randomly—
No way, dude. No way, bro.
Posted what
is this?
Can only describe as his screed. I don't want any of you girls here to think that I'm writing about you, because I really don't know any of you well enough to make a judgment call. Well, 99.9% of you anyway, so don't take this personally. It's just that every woman I've ever known has let me down. Are there really, truly interesting and wonderful women?
Dude, this is just actually fucking, it's actually over. Bro, this is actually like the worst thing I've ever heard.
Every woman I've ever known was either 1, extremely selfish and self-centered, 2, too busy feeling sorry for herself to do anything else,
or they were hanging out with the Chads. The Stacys kept hanging out with the Chads.
3, too annoying and or geeky to stand for more than 30 minutes, 4, too stupid to listen to advice.
Geeky? Bro, you play Street Fighter competitively. I mean, unironically, if you're looking for guys at the Street Fighter convention, it might be difficult to find the ones that don't have like fucking like fucking shit stains in their underwear, bro. That's crazy.
Ask for doing stupid things and then complaining to you because they went totally against what you told them. 5, a total 6, a total tease, leading you on and then crushing you under their boot when you finally let on that you like her. 7, a total liar. 8, so demanding that she expects you to read her mind like some kind of psychic and never do anything unless it's with her. Don't be fooled. If she says you can go do something and she doesn't mind, she's lying and you'll pay for it later. 9, too full of herself. Or 10, just plain crazy. Every single woman in my life fits one or more of the above, and every single one has let me down. You want to know why so many guys are so uninteresting, full of themselves, thinking they are the shit? Because women demand it.
The editing on this is absolutely fucking diabolical, by the way, Tom.
If a guy has no confidence, then that's no good. Women always whine they want a nice guy and there are none of them left. Give me a break. Women walk all over nice guys, use them, abuse them, play with their hearts, but in the end, they always screw them over, cheat on them.
I assume this is being written by like a 16-year-old, right? This is like a very old thing.
Break up with them, tell them, let's just be friends, or you need time apart, but then run off with some other guy, blah, blah, blah.
Dude, it's like one thing to actually be this pathetic in like a hypothetical. It's another thing to be as pathetic as like someone who would write this down and go, yeah, you know what? The internet needs to know.
The fact of the matter is, the women of America have become... I like how he says women of America. It makes him sound like he's recording a propaganda video for ISIS. The women of America have become so selfish, dishonest, and full of themselves, they have no idea what it is they really want from a man. This is why so many guys have become that same overconfident because if we're not...
What they really want from a player.
Nice guys, we get walked all over and thrown away because we're too boring or whatever other stupid reason you give. At least if we act like total dicks, we can...
Thinking of like this at any age, dude, I'm sorry. If you're like a fucking teenager who's just through their first breakup, I could understand having a seismic level mental breakdown in your head. But like when you say it out loud, it's crazy. I don't know.
Get laid once in a while. If you could make up your minds what you wanted out of men, maybe more guys would try to be like that. But instead, you're never satisfied. And you go on forums complaining that all guys are the same overconfident assholes. Well, maybe if you weren't sleeping with or dating that type of guy and or cheating on / turning down that nice guy for that whole stereotype you so loudly...
I will say, though, there is a common trope that you see in a lot of media. I don't know how realistic this is in general, like in general life, but just the you know, the stereotype scene of like the woman eating ice cream being like, all men are terrible, I hate, all men are bad, or whatever, like after like a breakup kind of thing as well. So it's not like this is a singular... I think that Elliot Rodger type people have completely... I don't know how to word it. This is really sad. It's just like really mentally sad to be like this.
Proclaimed to be so bad.
Incel should just go east. Won't somebody just think of the incel?
So many guys wouldn't be trying to be like that in the first place. So yeah, poon is good, video games are good, but women are a waste of time and the #1 cause of BS and drama that
women are a waste of time, bro. That's crazy.
Men don't need.
I rest my case.
You rest your case?
After reading all of this...
The funny thing here, too, is that like when you write manifestos like this, you imply that you're like speaking for all men, when like the vast majority of dudes would just think you're fucking weird and like a loser. Like, honestly, if you showed this to 5 men and 5 women, I literally think that all of them would think that you're a loser. I don't think there would be like a split there, you know? I don't think a couple guys would be like, yeah, dude, I totally get it. Like, this is just, like, really cringe.
It's over. I agree completely. Phil, I crown you king of the men and destroyer of women. You are my god.
True.
I will say, after reading this, that clip of Phil drooling over a buff dude makes slightly more sense. He wouldn't have to complain about BS and drama if he was getting the salty burst of meat in his mouth that he truly yearns for. But let's not dwell on the past too much, considering this post is from literally 20 years ago. Phil continues to give people plenty to laugh at in the modern day. In mid-2024, he decided to stream himself, quote-unquote, fixing his joystick. And by that, I mean he was trying to combine an Xbox joystick with a PS5 joystick and became extremely perplexed when they turned out to be incompatible.
Like, why the f did they do it this way? Besides, they're morons, and they didn't test to see if a...
Dude, everyone is stupid. Why didn't they do this crazy niche case thing that I'm going to attempt on stream with no prep?
Another brand's joystick would fit inside the combo base.
Why on God's green earth would Sony or Microsoft care to make their joysticks parts compatible with the parts of other brands? They are competitors. Not that Sony or Microsoft are geniuses, but Phil sure is doing his damnedest to make them look like they are in comparison. Could it be that I'm incompetent at assembling electronics? No. It's the professional engineers who built them that are wrong.
Yeah, dude, they're all wrong, bro. I know everything.
He's so goofy that he actually started calling the manufacturers of the controller scam artists right before doing what he does best.
What?
Snarkily complaining about not getting enough money.
So, thanks Rare Tricks for the last super chat. And I received $1 tip so far today. Wow, this has been
well, maybe you get more money if you could finish your damn controller, you fucking loser.
Great podcast, huh? Just everything's going my way today. How could possibly things go any better for me today, right?
Honestly, Phil should look into a career in financial domination. He'd make a lot more money than he does with gaming. To the surprise of no one, his joystick was now at fault for every single time.
It's so fucking crazy that we know this guy jacked off on stream, and when Tom's talking about his joystick, the first thing that comes to mind, unironically,
he lost a match.
Is not him actually fixing a joystick.
Yep, that's not good at all. Couldn't get a standard combo.
Fortunately, he did eventually get his stuff together and started streaming normally again instead of having his viewers watch him fidget with busted electronics for hours on end. Not that his normal streams were much better, as he just went back to his routine of moaning about donations, and somehow even getting donations couldn't stop him from complaining about donations. In one instance, someone gave him some money to complete the daily goal and have him put on the vest, only for him to remark that he hasn't worn the vest in over a month.
From Okie Dokie, let's get a vest on player. Wow, this is the first time that I'm wearing a vest on stream in almost a month, I think. It's been a long time. Like when we first...
That is like absolutely fucking tragic. Dude, you're like immediately like, hey man, nobody gives me money. Thank you for, I guess, finally doing it, man.
Started with this DLC, I think there was a stream or two, but it's been a while.
But the thing is, this isn't true. Just 4 days prior, he wore it because the goal was met. Not even giving this guy exactly what he wants can satisfy him. One of the only redeeming qualities of Phil's actual streams is whenever one of his detractors managed to interact with him directly through whatever game he's playing. Such as when he was matched up against a guy named DSP Hates N-Words. But our hero is unshakable. Even in the face of adversity and mockery, he continues to stand up for what is right. Being the ethically upstanding streamer he is, in August of 2024, he went on a long rant against paid shills and basically any streamer who will compliment a product just because they're being sponsored or rewarded by a brand.
It doesn't matter if a content creator outright has a contract that says they have to be kissing a game's butt or not. They likely are going to be more positive about a game they get early, they get exclusive access to, they make money on, than a...
Dude, I will say, I think he's kind of right here. I think it's crazy to accept review copies of games you actually intend on reviewing. If you want to appear impartial, I think it is absolute. Because, dude, even if they're not paying you and they're just gifting you a code, that code enables you to release your video sooner. You have a more prepared video at launch, and everybody else who doesn't do that is at a completely, like, they're at a disadvantage in terms of release. Like, you're gonna plus so hard off of getting your video out faster than everybody else. That's almost more important than like the actual financial incentive that they're willing to give you, especially if you're a smaller reviewer. Yeah, I think it's, dude, that's like, I think that some of these guys probably shouldn't take sponsored content off anything gaming related if they're gonna touch games.
Game that they don't. It's just common sense. It's not even disputable in any way, shape, or form. You cannot be unbiased.
And then, half an hour later, he said this.
They thought at the time this would be like the future of games on streaming, and that's why they paid me money to promote the game. And
oh my god, bro. I was giving this guy something, and I immediately have to take it back.
Try it, but I don't think it really went anywhere.
If there is such a thing as being immune to cognitive dissonance, this guy has the most advanced case ever documented in human history.
Dude, honestly, Phil had like a really good take, but his lust for financial gain took over. It just goes to show you, bro.
No sense of shame, no hesitation, not even a glimmer of concern for how people may use this against him. For other streamers who get into drama, you'll see them tie themselves up in knots trying hopelessly to defend themselves. But Phil is so adamant about digging his own grave, he never has the time to lie in it. Even if you take the sponsorship question out of it, literally everything Phil does is for money. He wouldn't do anything at all if he could. There is not an ounce of passion in this man's body, yet he confidently grandstands about sellouts. If Phil had discipline or public speaking skills, he could be the statesman of the
Well, it sounds like he's frustrated that his attempts to sell out haven't been as lucrative as other people who have been far more successful at being like a complete total sellout fraud.
century. The new
like his attempt at being a fraud just didn't work, or it hasn't worked enough. Again, though, he's been doing this for years, man. People wish they have careers as long as him. And that kind of makes it funnier when he kind of like throws it up in people's faces.
Napoleon. I don't think I even need to say that if a company showed up and offered Phil money to promote something, he would jump at the opportunity. He just hasn't done that because no company wants to associate their product with him, which is why he's attacking people who do get sponsored, because he's probably jealous. I honestly think that something was really bugging Phil around the middle of 2024 because he started to show signs of cracking under pressure. For one, him begging for
like, you ever watch some of those YouTubers who, I mean, recently I bought a product that I found on one of these, and it was definitely sponsored. So, I mean, it's my fault if it's bad. But, I mean, there are these guys who promote. Actually, I don't want to say the example because I like the people, and I don't want to like swing at them. But I mean, yeah, there are these guys who review tech. I think the example is probably like Bob from not Bob from Wolf Den, the other one, Beat 'em Ups. Like, Beat 'em Ups does like a review of a product, and it's like, hey, we're gonna be looking at the 15th Ion Neo, and I guess Bob too. I don't know how, yeah, because they send them these fucking gaming devices and shit. And I think recently I saw one. It looked pretty cool. I'm actually gonna get it. The glasses where you could plug your Switch in and play it through like a screen, like through AR. Like, that seems kind of cool. But like, how impartial can those videos really be if they're sending you these products for free to review on your channel? It's not the product you're getting for free, it's the video. It's all the revenue that comes from the video. You wouldn't take the product if the video wouldn't perform well. So in exchange, you're getting thousands of additional dollars, you know? Dior's a Rooster Teeth fan? I didn't know that Rooster Teeth did that. Yeah, like the Wolf Den guy. I mean, they make like, it feels like a sponsored advert rather than an actual video. And I take that from somebody who actually enjoys Wolf Den's videos, who enjoys Beat 'em Up's videos. I'm not saying this is like a big fuck you to those guys. But yeah, I mean, I definitely look at that and I'm like, if I was a little bit dumber, I would think that this was like 100% your actual opinion. But even then, let's say it is. Let's say it is his actual opinion. I think you have to like still be skeptical. Like, I can't know that for sure. I can't reach into your brain and say, tell me what you really think. But I do know they're sending you this product for free. You're getting a free video out of it. So I should remain skeptical.
Tips ramped up a lot, if that's even possible. And even after making $1,200 in one single day, he came back the very next day acting.
No, those guys are cool. When the Gerard the Completionist stuff came out, I was considering making a video. And they both gave me statements privately, even though I was like, drama shitter, hasn't uploaded in years, gamer dude. So I definitely appreciate them for that. Obviously that video never came to fruition, so those testimonies never came out. I think they said all that stuff eventually publicly, but it was cool that they kind of were willing to engage with me. A lot of the gaming people don't.
Like he'll be stressing super hard if his daily goal isn't met.
Remember, my goal for today is 50 bucks of tips on stream. Everything else is great, and thanks to those who did contribute in other ways. 50 bucks by the end of the stream would be appreciated. Sooner rather than later, even better. That way I don't have to think about it. Anything is appreciated tonight, whether it be super chats, memberships, gifted memberships, or tips. But the goals that I'm talking about are the King's Tips goals, as you can see. The goals are 50, 100, and 150. So if we hit 150 bucks tonight in tips, boom, we have done it again.
Now, we don't hit it right away. I'm going to have to be mentioning it, of course, over the course of the night.
That's so cringe.
He also seemed to blow up at increasingly smaller bits of criticism in his chat. Even innocent suggestions were enough to set him off really bad. In one instance, someone simply told him that it would be better for him to set up his RGB lights off stream instead of starting up a stream and having a bunch of.
Meanwhile, when I'm setting up my RGB lights, my friends are asking me for 2,000 Canadian dollars. I mean, the struggle is real.
Dead air as he tries to get them working.
Meanwhile, I am looking at the refrigerator right now, and the RGB looks sick.
And this is how he reacts.
Hey, enjoy your ban. And seriously, I mean...
Dude, get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck invited you, bro? You're a fucking loser, bro.
Nick
get the fuck out of here.
Insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Bob Wolf is cool and I trust him more than others because he regularly gets removed from free product list for being brutally honest.
Yeah.
Still worth noting he is avoiding the purchasing experience.
Yeah, I know. It's just, dude, I just get, like, any of these tech review channels. I don't think Bob is a bad guy, and I honestly trust his word more than most, but I just get skeeved out because it's like, this is a product review of something that was sent to you, so...
Anyone who's going to come in here and be toxic and negative,
It's really not personal. I would have that same judgment for everybody.
just get banned now and speak up so I can ban you now so I don't have to listen to you ever again. Seriously. Like, why don't you do this before the stream? Why don't you do this? You're a waste of life. No one cares about you. Shut up. Stop.
Usually, you only get this amount of rage from DSP when you beat him at Street Fighter. To his chatters, he usually gets dismissive and insulting, not mad like he got here. It was a clear sign that something was amiss, and this was only compounded by the fact that soon after, DSP took part in a stream with 3 other people. Kino Casino, which is a drama...
Ooh, this is the shit you guys were looking for! Oh shit, dude. Oh wait, why did we mute it? No, go back.
The owner, DSP took part in a stream with 3 other people. Kino Casino, which is a drama live stream that covers whatever is currently going on in the e-celebrity gossip world, and Null, the owner of gossip forum Kiwi Farms. For someone who spent years railing against detractors and essentially blaming them for everything that goes wrong in his life, it's interesting to me that he seemed very comfortable rubbing elbows with people who are largely known for their documentation of fake.
Is it because he's got like a wounded animal comp? Like, what is the intention here? To try to drum up more attention so he can get hated more, so they send him more money?
Figures like Phil. To be fair though, neither party was particularly hostile towards him. They did take the time to ask him about his WWE Champions account though, which got an interesting response.
So was that down from the Rafters account yours?
No, it's not.
No?
It's really not mine.
So it definitely is his.
I do have another account, and I do spend money on it, but that is not my account. And they have been whatever who this guy is, because people have asked me over the years.
If it is you, you're the best in the world!
So what he's saying here is that he does play WWE Champions, and as another part of the interview has him clearly state, he was deeply addicted to mobile gambling games and spent way too much money on them. But the Down from the Rafters account isn't his. To make this story even less believable, he inadvertently admits to playing the game for exactly 7 years.
This is a new account that I'm starting fresh.
God. So you could just track that information, I guess.
And it's not going to be as entertaining as if I were playing, the game for 7 years, but I'm not going to show you the account on which I've been playing for 7 years. I already said I'm not showing you my personal information. Some idiot just said you oddly know way too much about the game. What are you talking about? When did I say I've never played the game? I said I played it for 7 straight years on my real account, you dummy.
Which is exactly how long the
Dude, that is catastrophic.
Down from the Rafters account has been active.
I like when these guys think they're smart, but they're actually morons. That's my favorite archetype of idiot. Like the ones who believe that they are better than, like, they're better than most. They can outsmart everybody, but they're actually the dumbest guy in every room they enter.
Does he expect people to truly believe that this is just another coincidence?
I think not.
To me, it just seems like he's doing the oppositional defiant thing of just saying his detractors are wrong for the sake of not giving them the satisfaction of being right, even if he is incapable of fully proving them wrong. He's not a good enough liar or resilient enough to keep up the
They never are. Influencers are horrible liars. That's why they're so often caught.
facade as if he has no idea what WWE Champions is and isn't spending money like a maniac. So he does a partial admission to try and eke out a victory. Then, to try and further own his detractors on the issue, he did a WWE Champions stream, inching step by step closer to becoming a gambling streamer.
Oh, we're getting a character. 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, 6 stars. What? I got a 6-star.
Like, at least when the FIFA Ultimate Team stuff came... I'm gonna walk this one back. I can fucking feel it. At least when the FIFA Ultimate Team stuff came out, you got these cards that you could actually play as the characters. I have now immediately, upon saying the word FIFA, realized that all these cards become completely worthless at the end of every year, and you have to re-get all these characters again. So I actually completely think that whatever Nick DeOrio just said was totally wrong, and I entirely disavow his retarded opinion that he just gave.
Character on the first pull, and it's a Steiner brother, and that's a good character. He's pretty good. We got Rick Steiner right out of the
Which,
gates.
by the way, I played a lot of Hockey Ultimate Team in my day, and that was pre-YouTube, so I was wasting gift cards on that shit, dude. Holy fuck, dude. All of that is entirely worthless. I don't even know if they're accessible anymore. I think the servers got put offline or something.
We got a 6-star
fucking team of the year. Team of my dick and balls. Fuck you, EA.
Steiner. Right out of the gates, the first pull. That's a rare pull. That's not like a common shitty character. He's actually good.
This arc of owning up to it and embracing the accusations had him develop a delusion that his public perception had changed, that most people were now laughing with him and not at him. He even retweeted reputable sources such as—
He probably does desperately in some level want to be liked, but being liked doesn't make him any money. That's probably the issue. He probably like desperately wants to be liked and wants to be financially successful, but he is probably self-aware enough to realize that he can't have both of those things at this point of his career.
As Poopy N-word man talking about his redemption arc. While it's true that admitting you have a problem is the first step to fixing it, you still have the other 11 steps to do, all of which ideally get you to no longer have that issue. By publicly gambling on WWE Champions, he's just making it worse.
A bunch of scummy tabloid people who have absolutely nothing to actually say about anything.
So what they do is they literally make up.
Although Phil was leaning heavily on the idea that he was owning up to it, he continued to lie for no reason, and very poorly at that. At the beginning of September 2024, for whatever reason, he decided it was time to set the record straight as far as his WWE Champions problem, only to add even more questionable wrinkles into his story.
I'm about to tell you the actual truth. However, there's still people who aren't going to believe it.
Bro, am I not subbed to Tom on my fucking streaming channel? That is actually, dude, that was a fucking self-report. What the hell?
There's still people who will never be satisfied, no matter
This is a banger scene for Tywin Lannister.
what I tell you. They're going to say I lied. And so, this is only for those who actually are capable of, like, rational thought and considering the truth and things like that.
I'm sorry, Tom.
You already know I have a history of spending money on mobile games. I've already admitted it, okay? Everything that I said in that segment on stream was a lie. Literally, every time someone asked me about WWE Champions, I lied. Because to me, my personal spending, things I was doing off stream, was no one's business, okay? And every time someone brought it up, I'm like, this is so stupid, this is dumb, you know what I'm saying? And I just lied to get it out of the way. And I tried so hard for so long to lie about it, to get people to just forget about it. But I forgot, well, not really forgot, but I definitely underestimated the nature of these people who stalk me.
For starters, how much can we trust that Phil, as someone who has
Nah, he's just like an unreliable narrator. I wouldn't take anything he said at face value.
just admitted to
He lies as easy as he breathes. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys do.
pathologically lying about this
My
stuff,
default censor for influencers is assume it's a lie until you've got like, gained enough credibility, surprisingly enough, to be deemed like credible. I don't know.
is now
Nicholas!
telling the truth. And to make him even less trustworthy,
Thank you. I appreciate you.
he can't even keep his approach straight, since literally, while he admits to having lied, he complains about how obsessive people are about verifying the things he says, calling them stalkers. Given that DSP lives off of other people's donations, and that he's literally admitting to lying to everyone here, I think there's obviously a decent reason for people to not trust anything that comes out of his mouth and double check every claim he makes. He continues with his on-stream confession.
Yes, the They Call Me DSP account in WWE Champions is my account, okay? That's mission number one. It is. It always was. So I never in my wildest dreams thought that it would ever blow up in the way that it did.
It may be hard to pick up on here, but he's lying by omission, being deceptive instead of outright lying. The account did not blow up. This was not an acute issue that just turned up overnight.
It was something that he kind of pushed by talking about it?
People had been bringing up the account for a very long time in the specific context that for years, Phil was begging for money online so that he could
Yeah, I get it.
pay his bills.
He needs to pay his bills. He needs to pay his lights. He's got to get his power on. He can't stream. He's spending thousands of dollars gambling on WWE Champions for the iOS phone. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Wait, what was that last one? I mean, he's got to buy his wife a engagement gift or
his mortgage, his taxes, etc., suggesting that his life could be ruined if he failed to pay, all the while splurging thousands on a mobile game. The problem—
Yeah, this is kind of nuclear.
problem isn't the game or that he gambled some money on it. It's that he gambled a lot of money on it while telling everyone online that if they didn't donate, he might go homeless. He's now acting as if he doesn't know that this is the context and source of the criticism, which is impossible because otherwise, why would he lie about it? In another part of his confession, he mentions other mobile games he's been public about playing and how no one took any issue with them. But that's because he didn't spend tens of thousands of dollars on them and then lie about it, which is what he did with WWE Champions. To add insult to injury, he then attempts to misdirect the entire thing.
And I'm not here to tell you I didn't spend money on the game. I absolutely have spent money on WWE Champions. Okay, a good amount of money on WWE Champions over the years. I'm here to fess on this, right? This is the big moment. My detractors, seeing that there was this name...
It's because he lied for so long he couldn't get away with it. He had to come clean eventually. But why not just keep lying?
Said they call me DSP and had spent money in the game. Went on this insane stalker spree, basically trying to get me like banned from the game.
Notice how he pivots to talking about this, but is incapable of actually saying how much money he spent on the game, leaving it at a very vague, a good amount of money over the years. In my last video about Phil, I brought up the confirmed figure of $45,000 that he had used.
Dude, I just saw this. This is like random in relation to the segment from before. But Chibi said his fiance was a Shotokan. She liked lollies too. You're changing topics because you know I'm right. And then Schlepp said, let's go on Gideon's stream right now and talk it out. And he's like, I am not debating with someone that resorts to slander instead of addressing my points. You're like the fucking Twitter debate bro on this topic, saying everyone's running from you. I have no interest in talking to someone who has bad faith arguments. I just pointed out your fiance cheated on you. And your entire friend group cut you off, which is a lot. You're presently on Twitter defending the... Okay, this is like crazy. Why would he do this? I do not do streams. I am antisocial. I like He's stoic. He's fucking stoic. That's crazy.
On microtransactions, which was largely made up of WWE Champions purchases. Now, the thing about that figure is it only accounted for a bit under 2 years, from 2020 to 2021. But Phil has been playing the game since before then and has continued playing since then. If he spent up to $40,000 over...
So he probably spent like 100K. That's what my chat was saying before, and I'm starting to believe it's true.
For less than 2 years, how much more did he spend in total? We'll probably never know, and he'll probably never say, but it is pretty telling that he's now dropping $2,000 on it during random bathroom breaks like it's nothing. Finally, Phil admits to what everyone had been claiming for a while now, that the They Call Me DSP account had its name changed. But
no way, really?
Strangely, he does his best to avoid mentioning the Down from the Rafters handle specifically, which suggests he still doesn't want anyone to look into that account and is very insistent on trying to get everyone to just forget about it. This is what he had to say on the matter.
Up to now, all right, all this kind of makes sense, right? Because it's kind of what my detractors have always said, all right? Now I'm going to tell you the part of the story absolutely nobody knows whatsoever. As of today, I don't have any control or ownership of that account anymore.
Well, he got hacked?
I sold it. At the time...
Oh, you sold it.
Times when I was like desperate for money, I sold the account. I have nothing to show you to prove...
I assume that's like a TOS violation that would get the account shut down or something stupid like that.
You know, they'd call me DSP, and then the names that change, you know, that last name was Down for the Raptors. I can't...
Because you can't like sell a Fortnite account. They'll just ban it.
Show you anything. You got morons in the chat. Really morons in the chat. Show proof of sale. You really think right now I'm going to open up a PayPal account and show you anything? I'm going to open up a bank account and show you anything?
I mean, yeah, probably, if you want people to believe you. If not, I don't know.
You're an idiot. No one would believe it anyway. They just say I photoshopped it, or you know what I mean?
Then why would you even bring it up? You want people to believe this, but you don't want to show any evidence, and you're preempting the reason as to why you can't show it. This is pathetic.
About this, I lied about that, right? So it's this simple, all right? You can believe my story or you cannot.
There are a lot of things that I find interesting about this part of his...
It's like an appeal to credibility from like a fucking used car salesman. He looks like a used car salesman, actually. If we're being honest, he dresses like a used car salesman.
Confession. First, I like how he...
I'm telling you right now. I mean, this is what the Ford Focus costs. You can go to Google, you can call your dad, but listen, man, all right? You're 18 years old now. Why not just buy it from me? Why would I give you a bad deal? Dude, why would I be working here and selling cars if I'm giving people bad deals? Why would anyone come to me?
Prefaces it with...
Up to now, all right, all of this kind of makes sense, right?
Which suggests that it's about to stop making sense. Surprise, surprise, it does. It's as if he's banking on you believing in the lie he's about to tell, just because what he's said so far has been true. Secondly, the excuse that he sold the account because he was having money problems is no excuse at all, since he was having money problems throughout all of his account's existence. It doesn't make it any more believable. Lastly, isn't it interesting how he only stops to do a double take and respond to the chat when they start asking for the one thing which would verify his story to be true, followed by the classic pathological liar tell of
no one would believe it anyway.
The honorable.
I mean, the situation here that the way to navigate this is just keep ignoring it. There's no reason to ever address anything like this. If you do a half measure, they'll just assume you're lying. If you go all the way, he's probably right. They would say you photoshopped it. Like, I mean, it's just like a total loss. Like, there's no value in even trying.
Mention moment of this non-confession is how he rushes out a mumbled down from the rafters,
and then the names that change, you know, that last name was down from the rafters,
right before he looks at the chat and gets pissed off.
You got morons in the chat.
If he knew that he was incapable of providing anything to prove what he's saying here, and then boldly doubles down on how unimportant it is since people would just choose to think that he's lying, then why bring up the situation at all? My guess is just to try to control the narrative and proceed to act like it's addressed when
it's the gene, probably.
In fact, he's addressed nothing. It impresses me not only how much he thinks he can fool people, but also how little effort he puts into actually doing it. If he's fooling anyone, it's himself, as he actually thought that this confession was so solid that he then decided to publicly hop on a call with—
Oh my god, he did a fucking debate about it? Alright, I'm gonna probably cut it here though, because it's already 12:30 and this segment's like super long. So we'll probably do a part 2 to this next stream, because I don't like watching the full video anyway. I want to watch the rest of it though, but I don't want to just rip Tom's entire thing this stream. Phil banned the word turkey in his chat yesterday. All right, on our next segment, which we're going to do Friday, we're going to cover the last 20 minutes of this video, and we're going to cut over to the DSP crash out from the Duty Streams channel. The Mabills song is hilarious. I think that all the old stuff from like the Liquid Richard Snort Hogan days was very funny. I think it was Snort Hogan. I think that's what they called them. I don't know if that's like a separate detractor account that I'm conflating. But anyways, guys, thank you for coming out. I think we did about 5 hours tonight. That's pretty good. I do want to get these streams a bit earlier. God, it's just not possible. Oh, it is just not possible. I was making the docket up until like a minute before I hit go live today. But I do want to get these things up a little earlier. I gotta like time manage better. I did get a bunch of editing done though in like the hour I had. So that was cool. Really, it was Snort Hogan? Was it Snort Hogan? Liquid Richard Snort. Was it Snort Franklin? Liquid Richard... Snort Ranklin. It wasn't Snort Hogan. It was Snort Ranklin. This one. These all have slurs in them, though. It's fine. It's the end of the stream.
My name is Richard.
I am DarkSydePhil.
Keep in mind, this is all before AI, so it's not going to be as... it's not going to be as, like, you know... This is more effort for... honestly, I think a better turnout.
Oh my god!
I really need to make this fucking money.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money.
Oh, dude, that hit so good.
I'm done. Why am I poisoned? What? Why am I toxic?
It was fucking
lonely. Like, there were some really talented people in these communities. I would say wasting away in the lolcow space, but if that's what they like, that's what they like, you know? The Last Hoorah is such a good album. Okay, dude.
Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a loser. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser.
Like, welcome to Band World, yeah.
Phil's a loser.
I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
Dude, using the whimper like that is classic.
I just can't do it.
It's like 7 this stream. I said we get 1.
Why are you doing this to me? I just can't do it. Real talk, why? Ban anybody that says they have happy water.
Dude, this one's the bridge is so good.
Real talk why.
Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Anybody that says they have Apple Art. Anybody that says they have Apple Art. We made $1 and lost 1 subscriber.
So you have earned.
You guys earned
6 minutes of commercials.
I don't smell my fingers. I touch my face. Did something that's a twitch. Did something that's a twitch. Got no bitch in my blood. 0 bitch in my blood. Honestly, straight lies in people's faces. I don't smell my fingers, right? That was my depression. My bills, electric bill, the internet bill. I just can't do it.
Yeah, this is so good. You should watch this whole thing. Honestly, watch the whole Liquid Richard album. I don't even remember which were the ones that I liked, dude. Pistol Grip was good.
Ruins everything. Welcome to band world. I'd beat you with a fucking pistol grip. Fucking pistol grip. Fucking pistol grip. I would destroy your face.
Like, these are so good, dude. These are so good. Look here. Dude, there are so many good ones here, dude. What is Pretty Penis skit?
Because I'm fat and weak. I kind of just give up. I look down. I can never see my dick, so I can't see it when I'm having sex.
Oh my god, bro. Dude, this is just too much. The Carlito diss. Dude, this is it's such a good fucking album. Dude, what the fuck, bro? Gunman? It's so good. It's so fucking good. Jarbo the Hutt is also awesome, but he doesn't do any Phil stuff. What was this? New Age. Oh,
Me and Wings of Redemption can easily collab. You send me over the beat, I drop my bars on it, and we go. Get that ass bang, get that ass bang. Ejaculation machine, notification go green. Get that ass bang, get that ass bang.
Again, dude, Liquid Richard is a fucking genius. 400,000 views, bro. Careful, yeah. Sunny V2 in the comment section 5 years ago, probably before he was even this character. Just when we need him, he comes back to save 2020. Oh my god, bro. Wait, what? I'm a fat fuck, but you know you gonna love me. It's so damn raw. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, listen, go check this shit out. It's fucking Kino. It is Kino. Hold the casino.